Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. This website has everything so far. All my critiques are coming into one website. YouTube, what is good? So today we're doing something a little bit different on the channel. Maybe not different, but something we haven't done for quite some time. We are reviewing your work, specifically your photography websites. Now I put it out on my Twitter. I said, yo, if you've made a website with Squarespace, send it to me and I want to feature it in a YouTube video. And that is exactly what we're doing today. So if you've been following the channel for a long time, you know last year I did a business series with Squarespace. And essentially in that series of video, I showed you exactly how I built my website, evanramp.com, how to build a portfolio website or a portfolio page on your site, and also how you can build a basic print site and how I built my website, 1826.com. So there's 3 tutorials on this YouTube channel specifically about building websites. And I'm really proud of that series of videos because of how many people it's helped. I've gotten emails and DMs from people saying, hey, I didn't have a website before, I was putting it off, it seemed too complicated, I watched your video, and bang, here we go, I built one. So for me, that's what it's all about. It's all about empowering creatives and helping people out there pursue their passion and potentially make some money off of it or make a little business out of it. You don't have to go fully professional. You can just have it as a side hustle. And a website, like I've said a million times, is one of the easiest ways to do that. So this video, long story long, is part of that ongoing series with Squarespace. It is part number 4, and we're going to be reviewing these websites. And if you watch the video and think, yo, that site's dope, I want to build one like it, you can go to squarespace.com/EvanRamp to start a free trial, and you can use code EvanRamp to get 10% off your first purchase. And also, I'll go ahead and link that video series down below in the description. So if you want to build a site like mine, it's down there. If you want to build a simple portfolio site just to highlight your work, so if you meet somebody, you can say, yo, here's my website, check it out. You got that. And if you want to build a print shop or something more e-commerce based, got that down there below as well. So let's get into it. We got a lot of websites to review today. I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions on how I feel about them, what things I think could be done better, and just the work in general. So first one we got is 1988cophotos.com. So when you click on the homepage, it looks like it takes you to what looks like just their portfolio page. So if you're someone who does like city and landscape photography, you know, if you're out making photos and someone says, hey, do you have a website? What kind of stuff do you make pictures of? That happens to me all the time. You can just say, yo, go to my website. They can write it down and bang, they see your work very easily. Now this website also has an about me page and a simple contact me page. So here we go. Andrew, freelance photographer, can't say no to Chick-fil-A, cool. And we have a contact page up here as well. So this is a very basic, simple website, and it's one of the things I really like about Squarespace is the fact that it enables creators to just have a simple portfolio. And also over up here, you can actually do a drop down and get a look at music photography inside the portfolio, inside nature photography. So this would be my critique on this site right here, because I got a little bit mixed up. I thought the portfolio page was this home page right here because of the sheer amount of photos on here, but you have a I see what's going on here. So you go to the portfolio page and it takes you to the city portfolio as the home page. But all in all, your work looks great. Awesome, simple site, and I'm sure a lot of people will visit this site and be like, hey, this is solid work. All right, next up, we got Hannah Cassidy, hannahcassidykreative.com. A lot of options up here. You come to the homepage, you get a wide variety of all those different types of photos, so you get an idea of what they're all about. Let's jump into these collaboration/brands. Looking solid. I love these Adidas photos right here, and I like these product shots as well. Sick. These look solid. This is really good work right here. So I like these product shots. You could potentially organize them by brand if I was gonna like critique something about this, but I think right now you have a good amount of work to where that's not necessary. But let's say you double or tripled the amount of work present on this page. It could be beneficial to organize it just a little bit more, but for now, I think it's fine. When you go to portraits, we have a variety of different models and people here. Really great portrait work. Love the colors on these. Looks really, really nice. Once again here, if this page really filled up, you could do some things with organization, but for now, it's not bothering me, so I think you're good. Places look solid. Exact same critique there. You could break this down by place if this got to the point where it was a little bit, I guess, busy. But everything looks good right here. It's a very clean website. talks about who you are. I love these logos down here. So all in all, this website is super clean, and I like the way it works. It's nice and organized. It's simple, but also gets the job done. So next up, we have dcdphotography.squarespace.com. So up here, you come to the website and you get a portfolio of images by Dominique. I do like how there's this nice header right here. So you really get an idea of what this website is all about off the top. Portfolio of images. Bang, I know what I'm looking at. They are made by Dominic. So you scroll down, we have these different, categories here. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. So we'll click on landscape. It takes us to a nice gallery of landscape photography. Yeah, solid. Well organized, cool work. It looks like these might be shot on film. Some of them might be. Oh, dang. So you got like a huge gallery here. You know, some people might not like this, but this reminds me of the old school Tumblr days a lot. Like if you were ever on Tumblr back in the day, you know that it was scrolling like this was pretty much exactly how it was set up. And right here, we have more subcategories, which I like. So we can get, your 120 film. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, so does it subcategorize by film if you want? That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I see you. We were just looking at 120 film. So we were just looking at the 120 film. So there's 35 millimeter film, Polaroid also. This is cool. I like how this is put together. We also have real estate up here. I see what you did there. Okay, cool. And then we got digital and we have the artist. So this website is organized really cool. I like the way you did this. And this is just an example of how there's all these different organization techniques on Squarespace. As you can see right here, we have the same layout between 35 millimeter and the 120 film, and they're categorized in different ways. So for me, I really like this site. Cool work and a cool website. So next up, we have Oliviaxmolten.com. Okay, so we have a bunch of galleries of images right here, which is cool. And then that's the portfolio page. So when you come to the page, you click on that right there. Yeah, so when you come here, you automatically get the portfolio, which I think, like I said, is really good for a lot of people. Let's say Olivia's out working with a couple, doing a couple shoot. Someone says, hey, do you do photography? Bang, they can get to her website and see what she's all about very quick and very easily. And she also has a contact me page. So say a person finds the portfolio and contacts her that way, you're good to go. So we're going to kind of speed through these just because of time's sake. Travel photos look nice, and I like how there is the move on thing over here, navigation tool. So now we can get into portraits. Looks like these might be shot on film, or a lot of them are. Very good work. These photos have a really nice lifestyle vibe. So let me see something really quick. So when you go to your About Me, does it say kind of what you're all about? 20-year-old photographer, born and raised in Central Maine. I shoot pretty much strictly film, but started on digital 4 years ago. I love photography, many things, but my favorite is people. Taking portraits brings so much joy. See, I really like this breakdown because it's giving me a much better idea of what I'm looking at. My website, I think, is it's pretty stale. It's like, hey, I'm a corporate photographer, I think is what it mostly says. But this has a lot of feeling to it. This website really feels like it's a person's body of work, which I appreciate and I really like. It feels almost like a blog, but also a blog where if someone wanted a specific type of professional work, they could get it through here. And this is a type of photography that's getting so popular on social media now that people are hiring and paying big dollars to get these film, lifestyle, real feeling photos. And this website has that feel. And for all I know, she could be booking a lot of clients in that kind of world right now. So solid work, and it feels very genuine. And I like this website a lot, and I like the way it's organized as well. So next up, we have EliBeavertonVisuals.com. Cool organization here. Very, very clear. I do like how clear the organization is on this website. So we jump into personal work real quick. What do we got? Gallery. Personal work looks great. How do we navigate back? We hit the back button, and then we can go to portraits. Really solid work on portraits. I guess we can go to my work, and it's going to take us back. Bang, food and drink. These are actually really solid. I have never done any food photography before, and I imagine it's extremely difficult. So this looks really good. And product. I like how simple this site is. It's really clean and super concise. And you know exactly what Eli is all about. So I look at this and say, cool, Eli does 4 things. He does his personal work, portraits, food, product. And that's really good as an artist. I've talked about this before. Sometimes artists get stuck in this mindset of, I need to do everything. I got to be the Swiss Army knife of creativity. And you don't really have to. I think this is the perfect amount of what Eli is all about. And once again, like I've said a million times already in this video, if someone finds him and he's out making photos or someone recommends him, they can come to the site and get a good idea of what he's all about. Now, he has a pricing page, which I'm pretty interested to check out here. So $75 for 30 minutes. Pick a location, as many outfit choices as you desire. You'll receive 10 fully edited photos. I think if you're just starting out, that's a solid deal right there. I think I probably did something similar around the time when I first got going. What to expect from portrait shoots? I like this a lot right here. Tell your customers what they are getting. That is big. So I really like how he breaks down, this is what you're going to get, and it gives people an idea of what they're in for. So solid on that. Looks great, Eli. Next up, we got Noah. I like how you come here and you get like a welcome page. I talked about this before. It can add to some organization, and it can also really highlight your hero photos. So if you have a very specific style, or I guess you're known for maybe 1 or 2 types of things, you don't have a very wide range of work, this can be really good because you can say, like say someone's looking for a wedding photographer and they come here and they see just 5 amazing wedding photos off the bat on this big screen. It's good for you. It sets a good first impression. So we click on the welcome button here. We get taken to, let's see, more photo gallery, but I like the way this is set up. So let's see, we have this photo up top, which is linked to Pinterest. So I would assume, based on this right here, that you are mostly like a wedding type photographer. I don't necessarily know if that's the case yet. Portrait and wedding photographer. Okay, cool. I might recommend making this photo a little bit smaller, just if when I come here and I look at the page, it's like a lot of scrolling. I really like this, super organized, easy to understand. Weddings and then people are very obvious. Let's see, licensing. You have a licensing breakdown. Okay, cool. So you can get a license on the website. Like that a lot. That's an option you don't see very often. Getting started. I might change that to contact me. Getting started almost made me think that you had like a course or something, but it's not a deal breaker or anything like that. So next up, we have Brandon Ross Shoots. So the first page it takes you to is the overview page, which I assume is kind of just a vibe of what you're all about as a photographer. It looks like you do a lot of kind of portrait, lifestyle-y, beach, ocean-y stuff. Looks like you live out west. Let's go to your info and contact and see if I'm right. Based out of Los Angeles, California. So your overview page represents the type of stuff you are creating. Travel across the world, documenting along the way. Enjoy photography. Solid. So let's hit this portfolio right here. Now we get a breakdown of all the different types of things you do. So the overview page makes sense. We have lifestyle and portrait. Solid work. Consistent. Like I said with the last site with galleries, this might be at the point where you could organize it a little bit into subcategories if you so desired. Music, not as much. These look great, and it's kind of like a nice size gallery to where it's not overwhelming with scrolling. Aerial stuff. Yo, these are dope. Why are these not on the overview page? I guess technically it's right there. Yo, get a couple of these at the top of the overview page. What is going on here, dude? Those are so sick. All right, so this like this right here is epic. You remember how I talked about how your homepage is like your hero spot? It just like draws you in. If you can create maybe a gallery at the top of this with like your 5 best, you can keep this exactly as is. But maybe if you could do like a on-screen lay right here, which I know is an option with a lot of Squarespace sites. You can add in a widget with like a swipe through of photos. You could add in your 5 best. You could throw something like that on there or something like this and really just, even that These are sick. This aerial stuff is awesome. So maybe you could do something with your hero shots and put them on the homepage and just kind of add a little more snap when someone comes to find the website. Marching events. So this is pretty interesting right here. This is not something we've seen on previous websites. So with something like this, I think I would definitely recommend subcategories and maybe doing something with text to give these galleries context. So let's say, I'm assuming this is one marching band because they're all have the same uniform, or maybe it's all from the same event. If you can create a gallery and then have a write-up with it with a bunch of keywords like, so-and-so marching band exhibition, convention, yada, yada, you might be able to appear in search because this is a pretty specialty feeling type of photography. I don't know a lot of marching band photographers out there, or marching arts, excuse me. So you could maybe do something to where it's a little more beneficial for you in search and you can start getting business off of it that way. Just something to think about. And you have enough photos to where you could easily do a gallery and add those keywords in there. Wedding and engagements right here. Solid looking work. You could probably even break it apart between weddings and engagements if you want, but those look really good. You got your prints down here. You got your contacts and info once again so people can reach out. You got your gear. Love that right there. So you can get your little affiliate marketing on. I didn't pronounce those words correctly. Affiliate marketing on. So if someone finds your site, they can go buy that camera. You get a little kickback. That right there, that is smart and ingenious. So that looks good. And I think we're done going through this one. Solid website. Awesome looking work. And, give yourself some more credit, man. Get that overview page popping. The aerial stuff is crazy. So next up, we have arcorset.com. Please tell me I said that name right. So come to the site, bang, boom, bold, in your face, like it. Chicago photographer. Boom! I know what's going on here. Chicago photographer. I like that. That's been, on some of these other sites, that's what I've been talking about. Something to just say, here's what I am. So we have 3 categories here. People, places, projects. Love this too. I love how you go over and each one has a different gallery. It looks like you spent quite a bit of time setting up this website and I appreciate it. So let's jump into people right here. You click on people, boom, keywords, son. This website is popping right here. Told you. So we have stuff here. You could maybe even add in more keywords that make you a little searchable if you want, but then we have subcategories. This website's coming in. This website has everything so far. All my critiques are coming into one website. So we have different galleries from each wedding. Love this right here. I love the big boldness of each one. These look sick. This website looks really, really, really good. So let's jump back really quick. Let's go to places. Cool. Once again, broken down by category. Like how you did 2 subcategories here because they are portrait images, and then you throw the landscape for something like Montana. Let's check these out because you guys know I love the Southwest. This is sick. This website is really, really, really well done. Shout out to you. I love the way this looks. So we go to book now. Let's see what happens. Cool. We get book a session. You get portrait session deal. All right, a breakdown of everything. 1 hour session, 30 final edits for $80. This price does not include studio permits. Charge more money. I'm telling you. You could easily, for an hour, charge $150 an hour. For your work and the way this website looks and how professional it seems, you could probably charge, at least $125 an hour, and then maybe your 30-minute session rate. What I would do is make it not 50%. So let's just use this for example. Let's say you stick with $80 an hour. $40, I would say bump that up to maybe 50 or 60. So that incentivizes people to do the 1 hour and you can get more money, because let's face it, 30 minutes, if you're dealing with people, usually turns into an hour anyways. So you could bump those up a little bit, in my personal opinion. You also got prints up here. We can get back to home. This website's sick. This one is really, really good. Let's jump into projects really quick and just see what's in here. So projects, we have more keywords. Son, look at this. Tomato Day 2020. So if anyone potentially searches Tomato Day, boom, gallery. We have triathlon running, boom. Senior portraits, boom. You could probably add more keywords here to kind of articulate what part of the country you're in. So if someone searches senior portraits, Chicago, or maybe list some of the high schools you've done or something, you might appear in search a little easier. And then we have product right here. So I would love to go through this, but for the sake of time, I'm going to continue on. Awesome website. Fire. Love this. You got your social links up here. This one's really, really good. Next up, DME Optics. Yo, I'm telling y'all, this is what I'm talking about. You open up the page, you're like, yo, there's something here. Love this shot. Highlights you as a photographer. Check it out right there. Made with Squarespace. So if you're trying to build a website, remember, squarespace.com/EvanRamp, start a free trial, and you can use code EvanRamp to get 10% off your first purchase. So DMEoptics.com, cool sounding name, simple and clean right here. Like I said, when you meet someone and you give them your website, they come to the website, they're either going to want to book you or they're going to want to see more of your work. And you have the two buttons right here that clearly identify that. So boom, we click on portraits. What do we got? We have a full breakdown of your work. Now, if I had a critique, it would be to identify what type of photography you do. But the thing is, your style is so clear and concise and all this looks uniform that you might not have to say that. If you want to appear in search, maybe figure out a way to have portrait photography or film portrait photography or whatever pop up. But for the most part, your work is clearly speaking for itself, so just having a portfolio page here works. Now, in contrast to some of the other websites, just to give you guys some clarity, some of the other websites had a bunch of different types of work, which is completely fine, but it appears with this site, because it's all one type of work, just having it all in one gallery works because there's no organization necessary. I hope that makes sense. So let's go to albums up here. Okay, so here we go. Cool. So exactly what I was just saying. These albums break down everything more into subcategories. So your portfolio is like the creative work. Then we get to the albums, which is more your professional stuff. You know what I might do here? I might change albums to professional work or maybe like professional gallery or something, just to give a little bit more clarity to people, because I had no idea based off your homepage that you also did professional, wedding and moment type stuff like this. So this looks really good. I don't know why when I go over it with my cursor, it turns white. Maybe you could check into that. But all in all, that looks really good. We go to the Book Me page. Boom, you can book a session. Cool. This is solid right here. Once again, organized. So you can do portrait shoots. You can get your wedding engagement and your wedding, like how you have the prices here, starting at $700, starting at $300, starting at $150. Bang, that's a good price point too. Like I mentioned on the last website, we go back to home. Looking sick. This website is awesome. And I love the font. Like the picture with the font up here just looks really, really good. This is a nice one. So shout out to you, DMEoptics.com. Next up, we have Malik Whitaker. Let's see. So our homepage is our homepage the portfolio page. I think that's what we're dealing with. Cool. As we already talked about, this is completely fine if you're just, if this is what you want your website to be, you want it to be a portfolio, cool. So we go up here. We have a video tab though, which is pretty cool. So let's see here. Let's open this in a new tab. So what do I gotta do? Click this? Oh, okay, cool. So I click on this and we can start up these videos. So this is a YouTube video, a day in the city. All right, cool. So this is one we haven't seen on any of these other websites, is a video tab. Now, this is one cool thing about Squarespace is it allows you to host a video gallery like this. So if you have a lot of YouTube videos, honestly, this is something I might add onto my website because this is pretty cool. Contact me. You can get in touch with him very easily. Let's work together, fill out this, and I'll respond within 24 hours. This website is clean and simple, and I like the way you've done this. I might try to maybe add more about yourself if I was going to critique something here. This is a cool, simple breakdown, but if I was finding this site, I would maybe want a little more clarity on what necessarily you're all about. And once again, like I've said with most of the sites, you could technically subcategorize this stuff and create different galleries. So maybe you have one big image and then you have portraits, lifestyle, and film or something like that. Next up is Joshua W. Strong, joshuawstrong.com. I'm losing my voice. Once again, we're getting an idea of what he's all about. Clearly sports photography for the most part, a little bit of portraits sprinkled in here. Love these sports works. This looks like something that you would see like on Under Armour's Instagram or something like that, especially this shot. My goodness, that's dope. These are really, really good. Really like these. Has like a nice like documentary type feel mixed in with cool colors. So those are good. We got the about page right here. Here we go. Love that. So a big in-depth breakdown on the about page, which for something like this, if this is your professional site, I would highly recommend doing. Having a basic about me is cool and all, but the more detail you can provide people, the better. And here is where we have these keywords. Nice. So we have the state hockey. We also have the athletics, and we have the college. This is really good. It also has your TV you're affiliated with, NBC. All right. Cool, you got your email on here. So you got everything broken down here. So if someone is looking for this specific person, they're gonna probably find you here. And then you have the links to your LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This site is sick, and there's also a contact me page just in case people don't want to read and find that email. They can find you that way. And hey, we got a little monochrome tab. All right, I like how you separated that. Your photography is really colorful, so it makes sense that you would separate into a monochrome. This site's good. I don't really have any like critiques on this site. It seems to be pretty concise and on brand with what you seem to be all about. So next up, shotbygreco.com, and then you have your real name, Emmanuel. Can't say it. So we got our hero shots lined up on the home page, giving us an idea of what you're all about. People, places, and things, and that is what it looks like this gallery is made of. Let's click in here. Let's go to people. All right, pretty small gallery. Cool. I like how when you open this up, oh, okay, cool. Tricky. So you organize this the way I've recommended on a few other sites where you can click on the individual photo and get the gallery breakdown, and then it's reorganized back to where it started. So this is pretty cool. Like how this is set up, it's really organized, really clean. So if people are finding you based off of people, it's going to be really easy for them to navigate your site. Places and things look like they're done the exact same way. Cool, clean, and organized. So if you have multiple styles, this is a way you can do it. And it looks like you've experimented a little bit with some like product flat lay stuff. Then you have your home, which is back to that. That's a little tricky right there. So when you go to the home, you lose your navigation. So maybe I might add contact me here just in case someone like, let's say I'm looking through these and I go, oh, okay, let me go back to home. It might be nice for me to be able to click contact off of that, just a thought. But you got a contact me page, cool. I would also recommend an about page on here just because I get a sense of what you're about, but people are going to want to know more about you. And based on this, like I don't even know where you technically live or like where you're based out of. So if you're trying to potentially book a client or something, it could get a little confusing and you're also not utilizing keywords or anything like that. So that would be my critique on this because the work looks really good. If I found you, I would have no idea, like be like, all right, do I contact this guy and figure out where he's even based out of? So something to think about. Last site right here. Christian Prensal. So, sorry if I said that wrong. Finnish American photographer in Helsinki. Boom. Telling you what it's all about. Hi, this is me. I like this intro page. I like this a lot just because it's clearly identifying who this person is. Learn more. It's probably going to take us to the about page if I had to guess. Oh no, it takes me to the contact me page. How can I help you? We got the email in here. P.S. If you're reading this, hope you were having a wonderful day. Nice. I like that little message down there. You could have the, default contact me breakdown if you really wanted, but it's not 100% necessary. Let's go to about. What's up? I'm Christian. Same thing as before. My work, breaking down what you do, my background. All right, cool. I like how this is organized as well. And I like how there's these little buttons down here, see my work, which is going to probably take us to your work page. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Okay, cool. It's just loading. So we got everything done by subcategory here. So one thing I would say on this, if you're going to say work, maybe break it down instead of like, Nicole, you could break it down by portraits. It could just be a little more clear, all the different types of things you do. So if I'm navigating it, trying to find a specific type of work, I know I can. So that's a big gallery of personal work. Get to know me takes us back to contact. I like how these pages all work together and keep feeding you back to that contact. The work looks good. And I like how this site feels like a representation of you. You know, I really get more of a sense of who you are as a person compared to some of the other sites. And then we have more buttons down here. So those buttons are pretty easy to add on Squarespace, and it looks like you took advantage of them. So that's it. Those are the websites. That's the review. Hope you enjoyed this critique. Hope you got some visual inspiration and ideas. Remember, my Squarespace series on how to build websites is linked down below. So you can go to squarespace.com/EvanRamp. You can start a free trial, use those videos to build a site. You can look at these for inspiration. You can take my critiques, the things I've talked about, apply them. And then when it's time to sign up for your site, you can use code EvanRamp to get 10% off. Thank you to everyone who submitted. Hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit fun, a little bit different. Let me know if you want me to do more critiques in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button. Y'all are the truth. I will see you next time.